What is going on, y'all? Podcast episode 35. It is cold outside today, baby. Woo! And your boy's bald too, so I messed up on my beard. Had to shave it all off like an idiot. It happens sometimes. Man, hope everyone's doing good. It is leap year, baby. Today's February 29th. Shout out to all the homies who are like 30 but are actually turning like 6 or 7. I don't know how that works, but you know, maybe they're 8, who knows. Yeah, man. Episode 35. Turn down the heat a little bit, it's loud. Hope everyone's doing good. It's Thursday, I think. Yeah, Thursday. Crazy. This week's flying by. I'm excited, man. I'm going up to see my boy Jack, my boy Rex, up in a little past Cleveland this weekend. And anytime Rex and Crusader get together, you know we're about to cook up some bangers. So I'm excited for that, man. Excited just to spend some time with him and just to kind of get away from home for a little bit. So it is a nice little trip. I think it's about 3-4 hours away from here, so I'm gonna drive up on Friday night or tomorrow after work, head up there, and yeah, man, keep you guys posted on that. I do have a new song dropping tomorrow with my boy Young Kai, Connor Bedard, and it is on our new album, which drops next Friday. Not this Friday, but next, March 8th. What you working for? Yeah, man. Kind of been asking myself that, you know, what am I working for? What are my goals? That's kind of been like on my mind pretty heavy lately. And yeah, man, I'm just realizing, you know, what I'm working for is something deeper than just money. It's deeper than just some sort of thing, you know. Yeah, we're working towards getting a house, but that'll come, you know. And I feel like, you know, I told my boy Emac this yesterday. I felt like God spoke to me yesterday. It was crazy. I was in the shower, just got back from the gym, and you know, you do a lot of thinking in the shower anyways, just because it's just a nice place of relaxation, you know, even if it's just for a few minutes. But man, I swear, just a voice in my head just came out and just said this to me, and it was weird. I wasn't really thinking about it too much. Just a voice spoke to me and said, the blessings you have in your life right now, you are ready for. Keep sowing seeds. And it just makes me smile to even think about that, because I'm telling you, it was a weird moment for me. It was beautiful, because it just happened. Like I said, I wasn't asking God. I wasn't even praying. I wasn't doing anything but taking a shower. And a voice literally just came in my head and said that. The blessings you have in your life right now, you were ready for it. So it just, to me, confirmed a lot, you know. Why, you know, it's like so much, especially as a musician, or we're an artist or anybody, we do a lot of overthinking of like, you know, I should be further than where I'm at now. Why am I not any further? Why am I not making money off my art? Why am I not touring when I could be? And it's just that. It's like the blessings in your life you were ready for. So maybe you just aren't ready for those blessings. Or maybe those blessings aren't meant for you. You may think that they are, but maybe they're not. Maybe God has something else in store that's better than what you think, And I find that pretty cool, man. It kind of takes the pressure off of. It definitely took the pressure off me, And then it made me realize, like, okay, just keep sowing those seeds, because it's crazy, man. Like, I talked about it a couple times on last few episodes, but I every day I will track my daily wins. So a daily win could be, I started a song, I wrote a song, I recorded a song, I uploaded the song, I made a cover art for the song, So it could be any of those things. And Do It for Reckless, the song I just put out last Friday, as an example, that song organically happened step by step, It wasn't like a one-time microwave product. Like, it was step by step. There was multiple days that made up that one song. Multiple wins that made up the one song. And there's so many things like that, and I feel like that's what life really is. But we get so caught up in this, like, microwave mentality of, if I'm not doing it right now, if I'm not seeing it right now, it doesn't exist. And that's false, man. That's false, because you're doing it every single day. And when you do stuff every day, you're sowing seeds every single day for a larger goal in mind. It's just like building a house, baby, brick by brick. A builder's, he's not gonna put your house up in one day. It's gonna take days of work, hard work, days of work, laying the bricks, brick by brick, until you have a nice brick house. So, man, get ready for your blessings. The one thing you can control that I'm realizing, I'm going to turn this heat down because it's loud. The one thing you can control how ready you are for your blessings. If you're not doing squat every single day, but then expecting a huge result, it's like a lottery, man. You can't have lottery mentality. Not when you have big goals. So you have to do something that's going to move your goals forward. For me, I set a goal of buying a house this year, So what does that look like? Because it's not just going to be, okay, buy a house, boom, scratch the goal off your list. No, you got to break it down into smaller bite-sized pieces to make sure you're ready for that blessing. So for me in Madison, it's, okay, how much money do we need saved up by the end of June to make sure that we're ready to buy in the fall? Now, if it happens, it happens. It was meant to be that way. But if it's under our control, which it is, we're going to make sure that we have enough money saved up So when we do buy the house, not only do we have a nice down payment, but we also have a nice little nest egg off to the side in case there's ever any, issues, You might have to put up a fence. You might have to buy new appliances. I know we need a new bed, so we'll save that for another day. But you can control if you're ready, if you are getting ready for your blessings. Now it's up to God, the Almighty Blesser, to decide what blessings He's going to bless you with. But it is up to you on if you want to sow the seeds to prepare for those blessings to arrive. Man. And if it means I just got to little tiny wins every day, if it means I just got to get those wins under my belt and it's under my control, I'm not going to let this shit slip, man. I'm a firm believer in positive association. And so one thing that I kind of had on my goal list for this year is just getting around men of quality men. Maybe they're dads, maybe they're military men, maybe they're winners in their field, maybe they're good husbands. That's one of my goals for this year, is to get around quality men. And not that I don't have good men in my life, I just want more, It's always good to be around positive, uplifting leaders, who are going to talk life. So, I was able to, fortunately I was able to get some time. I'm going to get some time with our pastor at the church, Tyler Green. And I'm so excited. I just want to make sure that, I use his time wisely. We're in the process of working out which day it's going to be, hopefully sometime next week. But, I just want to make sure I'm using his time wisely and really soaking up the moment. He's somebody that I respect, as a man. Him and his wife have adopted some kids as well. So it's just really cool, man, to just be able to get some time from somebody who's thriving, who have prepared for their moment, and God is blessing their moment right now because they prepared for it. They sowed the seeds. They were ready. I want to get around people who are a few steps ahead of me, Give me somebody who's like 5 steps ahead of me. Instead of me trying to figure out the way myself, like I've done so many times, I'm always trying to figure it out myself. Why not get with somebody who's already been through the way? And they could tell you, hey man, don't bust a left right here. Keep going straight. Don't go right. You don't want to go right. Just take this move, Get around people who have already went that way. So if you want to be a good dad, man, you got to get around good dads. If you want to be a millionaire, you got to get around other millionaires. If you want to be a musician, you want to get around musicians, it's common sense, but sometimes common sense isn't so common. Sometimes it's tough, man. Sometimes it's tough, but I'm not going to let the fact that it's tough keep my baby from having a better life. I'm not going to let the fact that it's tough keep my wife from having a thriving husband. Because I love them too much to give them only a bit of me, I love my family too much to only give them just a bite size of the man I could have been, No, fuck that. If it's under my control, I'm going to give my family everything I got. I'm going to try to be the best man I could possibly be for them because they deserve it. They deserve it. So yeah, man. Woo, boy. I'm fired up, but hey, you have to be fired up. Life's too short to not be fired up. You know? Life's too short to not get fired up about shit, man. Especially when you know that all you have to do is keep sowing seeds and God's gonna bless you. How does that not fire you up? The one thing I refuse to do is not sow seeds. You know? Because if I don't sow seeds, how are the blessings gonna come up? They're not. And I'm gonna be right where I'm at. Right where I've been for the past few years. Nah. It's not gonna happen. You gotta level up. You gotta level up. Life is consistently changing, day in, day out. And you're either going to flow with the change or you're going to resist the change. If you resist the change, you aren't going to change. Simple as that. If you resist the change, blessings can't, you're not creating a space for blessings to manifest. Change is scary, but change is also creating the space in our lives for these new blessings to come. Change is scary, but it's creating space for blessings to come. And I don't want to be where I'm at now, 5 years from now. I want to evolve. I want to keep growing, baby. Like I said, my family deserves it. I deserve it. I deserve to be a better man. For me. You know? Maybe you don't have a family, but you know you're doing this shit because you've just never won. Well, now's your chance to win. All we have to do is sow seeds every single day to make sure that we are prepared for the blessing. The blessings you have in your life right now, you were once ready for. That's some deep stuff, man. Deep stuff. Yeah, man. But hey, you know, you got to figure it out for you. You know, and maybe I'm just talking to myself again. Maybe I'll look back on this podcast episode a couple years from now, be like, damn, I needed to hear that. Another quote, man, that I that recently kind of stuck with me. It was in an audiobook. I don't remember the exact book, but you know, it said, we are all walking angels. You know? So the reason it stuck with me is because, like, you know, we have the ability to impact others in our lives. It's just a choice. You know, are we going to choose to make an impact on somebody's life, a positive impact? You know, and I know I find myself asking God all the time, like, God, make me a vessel. Make me a lighthouse for lost ships at sea to bring to your kingdom. You know, so what does that look like? I mean, this right here, I feel like is a moment of where I can be an angel for somebody, you know? And I'm not trying to get too cocky or anything like that. But I've been praying for this. This is something that I've been asking God for. You know, give me the words to speak, to reach new people. You know, give me the words. Allow me to be a lighthouse for somebody who might be lost. You know, maybe a few years from now, I'll be the lost ship at sea that needed my own self as the lighthouse. You know, who knows? Who knows? Yeah, man. Hey, it's leap year. That's why I'm so fired up. February 29th, about 7:37 in the morning. Yeah, dude. We'll get there, baby. We'll get there. Like I said, I got a new song dropping tomorrow, Connor Bedard. And our new album dropping next Friday, What You Working For, Tim Cruize, Young Kai. We're excited about it. Cover art's dope. Trying to finish up the track list cover. Just trying to keep it moving, baby. That's what we're doing. Just keeping it moving. Hope to tap back in with you here soon. Maybe I'll do an episode as I'm like driving this weekend or something. Who knows? I don't necessarily like doing like episodes back to back, like day after day, because it can sometimes get a little repetitive. So maybe I'll do one Sunday on my way back home. I'll keep you guys posted. But yeah, man, thanks for spending some time with me this morning. You didn't have to, but you chose to, and you know that it's special to me. So yeah, hope you have a good rest of your week. Have a good rest of your February. Enjoy the leap year. And yeah, man, much love to you. Peace.